Hello there, and welcome to Doing Business with Love. I'm Mila Herenda, your hostess with the mostest, and your mindset mentor and creator of the Wealthy Reader Decks. Woo! Anyways, today I'm really pleased to announce Kimberley Wiggins of Kimberley Wiggins Coaching. She is a life coach, and she helps those wonderful, fantastic, amazing women break free from the 9 to 5 and transform their lives into something they desire. So I expect this interview to be super juicy. And she also has started a subscription box company called the Butterfly Club. And we're going to go into that in just a minute. So welcome, Kimberley. I'm so excited to have you here.
Thank you, Mila, for having me. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Oh man, I am just ecstatic because I saw you on the internet, in the wide world of the internet, and I was like, this lady, I need to talk to her. She is making some waves. So can you tell us a little bit about what you do and about your business and what are you doing these days?
Yes. So as you mentioned already, I am a life coach and I enjoy immensely helping women to be much better tomorrow than they are today by getting them out of their own way.
Yes.
And getting them out of the 9 to 5 because, as women, we are just so much more versatile, I believe, than men.
I believe in that too.
And, it's just simply, Mila, we have to be, we are in charge of just so many things in the home. And because of that, we really have to be very versatile. And so a lot of women are trying to work outside of the home and still take care of the home. Well, I'm really excited about helping women to get back into the home and to make the kind of money that they would make at a regular job at home and still being able to have the freedom without sacrificing their family. That's
nice. And that's important, right? It's super important. I personally don't have kids, but I do understand the family ethic and how important it is. And I actually remember one time I went to a meetup meeting, one of those meetups. And it was led by a very well-known and well-respected person. And he was all like, and he's multimillionaire and he doesn't have kids. He has anyways, he goes, hire somebody to take your kids to school, right? And the guy that was next to me who actually, he looked at me and goes, that's my favorite time of day. I would never give that up, right? Like I am not going to make money so that I can hire somebody else to take care of my kids. I want to do that, right? Like that I kind of was like, whoa, right? So I totally hear you. Like that is like whatever you desire in your life, whether it be walking your kids to school and being able to do that, or or just being there for their things, whatever, rehearsals or basketball or volleyball or whatever they're into, those things. My parents never came to my sporting events. Never.
They were busy working probably, huh?
They were. And actually, I'm finding it hard to drum up family to come to my half marathon that I'm planning too. But I don't care. They were never there before, and I don't care if they're there now. It'd be nice if they were, right? It's not going to stop me from doing it. And that's the other thing, right? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the Butterfly Club. Let's talk about that.
Yes. And so that's the other thing that I'm doing. I'm doing the subscription box. My subscription box is called the Butterfly Club Box. And so my group of amazing ladies that are subscribing to that box is the Butterfly Club. And the reason why is because they're making this amazing transformation.
I know. I love it. Yes, I love it.
And, it ties in greatly, Mila, with what you're doing with your 30-day challenge and everything, because it's getting women to realize that they need to take care of themselves.
They do. They so do. Now, Kimberly just brought up that I'm doing a 30-day challenge, and as we're recording this, this is in April. So what it is I'm doing a challenge, and I expect to do it over and over again, actually. So it's RunWalk with Mila, and it is for 30 days to run or walk or run walk or whatever you can do. I'm really not too stringent about the rules. As long as you attempt to do something, I'm good with it.
Yes.
So, and it's about just making some daily movement in your life, right? And it's Run Walk with Mila in the 30 days. And why is it important for your business, for your life, and anything like that? Because it gets you into the habit of putting yourself first. You do it for yourself. You make the time for yourself. There's so much more than just running or walking a mile. Mm-hmm. It helps you with your dedication, with your commitment, and all of those things, right? Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about what's in those boxes.
Well, what's in the box is, I've heard a lot of women, and I've talked to a lot of women over time. They've talked about going to the gym and feeling like it was just another job, or going on that walk and feeling like it was just another thing to do. Well, in that box, I put this exciting new outfit in the box. Yeah. And you're able to put the outfit on and actually feel confident and excited about going to the gym, going for the walk, really just being able to see a greater you in the outfit that you're wearing.
I hear you. And I hear you. I can't wait to get my outfit. I can't wait. I can't wait.
Yes.
I'm so excited. I just keep on looking at the mail. I'm looking at the mail. I want it. And it's so exciting too to get stuff in the mail. Isn't it like fun? Yes. It's so fun, right? And then here's now I want to ask you how you're infusing love in your business, and it goes directly into the subscription box and your coaching. But let's talk about what the more of the items that are coming in these the Butterfly Club.
In addition to the outfit that's in there, you get 3 full-size pampering products, because you want to play hard, but you want to relax hard.
Oh yeah, I'm down with that. I'm totally. Everybody knows I'm like I'm a self-care junkie, right?
Oh yeah. Me too. So you get these products in there, and the products, what's really special about those products, so is that, and this is how I do business with love, Mila.
I know.
I'm actually sourcing products from children and women and family-owned entrepreneurs who are making these with love by hand. These are all handmade full-size products.
I know. I find that so amazing, because these kids, right? Sometimes these kids are so, I don't remember if it was on Shark's Tank or Dragon's Den or whatever, but there was this kid and she made like lemonade, and it was lemonade in a bottle, and she did like the awesomest, like she had the best graphics, and she had like 20,000 people following her on Twitter. Like, I couldn't believe this girl. And it's not like child labor or anything like that. These are kids that have that expansion of growth, and they want to do something. They're creating something, and you want to support those kids, right? Like, that is awesome.
You hear that term all the time, that kids are our future. And I think that the kids of today are so amazing because they are really living up to that. And I definitely want to support them. As a matter of fact, in another 2 weeks, I'm hosting an entire week on my website of kid entrepreneurs.
Wow. That's so fun.
Yeah.
That is so fun.
Showcasing some of the kids in the box and just making a whole week out of it. And it's really fun. And so that's how I do business with love.
Yeah. And where is that going to be? On your website?
It will be on my website, on the Butterfly Club Box website page.
Okay, cool.
I'm sorry, on the Facebook page. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
And it'll be on that page for the entire week. I'll be doing interviews with the kids.
Okay, well, be sure to send me that link, and I'll feature it on the Doing Business with Love webpage so people can click on that, and I'll actually put an extra note. So I better, I'll write that in right now.
Okay. Wonderful. Thank you.
So I'm all about intuition, as you may know. I pulled the card for you actually when we first talked.
Yes.
And it was spot on in the Wealthy Reader. How do you use intuition in your business?
Well, one of the main ways, Mila, is first of all, before I make a whole lot of business decisions, I do want to get myself really centered and feeling, that I'm aligned with whatever is going on with my business. Mm-hmm. And so when I'm doing that, as I'm doing that, and I'm moving throughout, my plans for my business, I do take a moment to stop and check in with myself. Yeah. And I think, that's something I tell my clients all the time, because I think a lot of times we're just moving around so fast because we think we're expected to be. And so we're moving from one thing to the other, We never stop to take a minute and check in with ourselves.
It's like stopping to smell the roses, right?
Yes, yes.
Check in with how you feel. How do you feel? Does this feel crazy or does it feel good?
That's what I do when I stop. I check in totally. And that's where my intuition kicks in. It's like, does this feel good? Or does it feel a little, And I just take the time, and I take however long I need to do it. I don't rush it.
Yeah, here's the thing, right? So I was talking about this in the Doing Business with Love Facebook community. Come on, join us, because a lot of fun in there. That's where I run the challenges, and I'm doing these pop-up challenges right now. And today, and it's actually a really good thing for anybody that watches this anyways, is because we often say to ourselves, it's taking too long. I should be further ahead. I should be making more money. My bank account should have this, or this is that, or I could have done better. I could have whatever. No, stop this BS right now. Think of how far you have come already. So the challenge for today was to write out at least 10, if not 100 or 1,000, whatever makes you feel good, of accomplishments. Focus on what you have done, whether it be just making the bed, whether it's running a half marathon, whether it's getting dressed today, you made it through that. Yes. With your kids, feeding your kids, keeping your kids alive, making it to school, doing whatever it is that you do. Focus on the things that you really kicked butt at. I don't care if it's 20 years ago. You did that accomplishment.
Yes.
You did it. And it doesn't matter in the time frame that it takes. When it is right, it will show up for you. Your desire is always yours, and it will show up for you no matter what.
Absolutely. And Mila, I have a practice that in the mornings, before I start my day, I have a journal that I write 3 declarations for the day.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm going to really focus on the direction for my day. So I'm kind of like speaking it out to the universe, so the universe can reciprocate.
I'm going to rock it. Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, I list 3 things that I'm grateful for the day.
Nice.
So my gratitude at the end of the day.
Yes.
I'm able to really look at my day, Yeah. And so I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
I write out 5 personal promises for myself every day.
I like that.
Yeah, it's a personal promise to myself, and it relates to my long-term goals, right? So here behind me, that's all the garbage that you can kind of see on the other side there. That's how my messy writing, okay, do this now. This is my weekly thing. And then the yellow pages, there are all 31 goals that I have for the year. And
wow, nice.
And I've actually accomplished a few of them. I'm going to do a video about it and post it on YouTube and stuff like that, and just knocking off what I have done. And at this point, what is that? I should have about 8 or 9 done, kind of thing, because it's the first quarter.
Right.
I still have yet to review them, so my bad, but it will come time, in the time that I'm ready for it.
That's right.
Cleaning right now. So anyways, there we go. But just like everything comes in its own time. And if you have the desire, the desire is yours. And if you just walk in faith, it will do it. It will happen.
Yes.
And you follow your intuition. If it feels good, keep doing that. Follow your fun, follow your joy, follow your passion.
Absolutely.
Because the rest of it, if you're feeling all heavy inside, nothing's going to sell. You're not going to be making any changes. There's not going to be good energy behind it, and things just will not happen. Like, I promise you, because I've been there and I've done it.
Yeah, you're so right. You know, you got to check in with yourself and see what it feels like.
And not only that, let's talk about this for a little bit, because the next question is about challenges. What kind of challenges do you have that come up, and how do you deal with them? And some of the things, I'm just going to say this. When I go through a slump, because when you feel heavy, right? And I actually embrace those times. Everyone wants to do everything to get out of those times. I actually let myself, I relax into it. I relax into success. I relax into manifestation. I relax into the slump.
Right.
It sounds really silly, but it's absolutely true, because I enjoy it. Because you know what? If I'm in a slump, that means, number one, I'm on to something bigger. I'm bored of my life.
Yes. It's a breakthrough.
It's time for manifestation. Embrace it. Yeah, you go through that stuff. Yeah, you want to sleep a little bit more. Yeah, you want to do this. Yeah, you want to do whatever. But at the end of it, you come through like a butterfly, right? You just tune and you go, okay, hey, I'm ready for this. And then you get all fired up and jazzed up. The other part of it is that I feel like when I come across those, when I come across the challenges or the slump, I'm not feeling it or whatever, it also means that I have to go bigger. What is it? Like, so my goal isn't big enough. I need to make it bigger.
Yes.
So how do I make my goal bigger and more exciting that I want to go out and do? So those are some of the things that I do intuitively. And just, when I gave myself, I like challenges. I like 30-day challenges. I like the whole 30 challenge. I like running for whatever amount of days. I like doing challenges. So I gave myself a challenge to only follow my fun for 30 days. And if I didn't feel really into it, then I didn't do it.
Right.
Besides like client appointments, right? And stuff like that. I got to do what you got to do. You got to do what you got to do. But like, other than that, I didn't post on Facebook. I didn't do any social media. I didn't do anything unless I was feeling like I wanted to do it.
Right.
So, and you know what comes out of that? Is that a really good idea and really good stuff comes up. That's where my RunWalk with Mila came.
Yes.
Because I actually asked Source, God, I said, God, what do people need from me right now? And they said they need to get moving. And I said, okay.
There you go.
I did, right? When you come up against challenges, what do you think? What do you do? How do you move yourself through that? And what kind of challenges have you kind of faced with starting up this subscription box or moving from 9 to 5? I know that's a lot of questions.
Well, that's okay, Mila. I've done a lot of the same things that you have done to overcome challenges. When you talk about being in a challenge or a slump and you just breaking away, embracing it. One of the things that maybe I do something a little bit opposite, and I just don't resist it. I just stop resisting, because I feel like a lot of times when we come up against challenges, we are forcing them to not be challenges anymore. So I just kind of...
That's an important way to look at it. I like that. There is a certain amount of resistance that anything has to go through, right? So if you want to change, there's going to be a metamorphosis or resistance, because it is change.
Right.
Because you don't want to go through the growing pains, right?
Right. Yeah. And so I just relax a little bit and not, I may shift to something else at that point in time, and just let that resistance that's building up in me, because what happens is sometimes it builds into frustration.
Oh, yeah, I've been there.
Oh, yeah. And that's when you get the least amount done. So I just try to let the resistance pass.
Yeah.
And so it wouldn't build into frustration.
Yeah.
And I give myself some time off from it, and then I jump back into it. And normally when I do that with fresh eyes, like you, something comes out of it. I get a new idea. So.
Yeah, you don't know what the heck is going to go on or what idea is going to pop in your head. And here's the thing, right? So everything on earth was once a thought.
Right.
It was once a thought. Somebody thought at Zoom, where I'm recording this right now, is, hey, we can have an even better meeting system than Skype. And we can do it this way. It was a thought. Then they got a team together and they made it happen. And here we are, and we've got this wonderful thing. The internet was once a thought. Coaching was a thought. McDonald's was a thought. Everything was a thought. Nike was started in California with whatever, and it was just one dude making his runners in a garage, right? Like,
right.
So like these things, and it's now, look at the company now, right? So everything you want is just one thought away. That one thought can be worth 1,050 billion. It can be worth your freedom. And as soon as you get into that thought process, that it is just one thought away and you step into it, is just fabulous. Like you're unstoppable. And yes, you go through the challenges and the slumps and you move forward and back and whatever. How long you stay stuck is relative to how you do your mindset work, right?
Right.
So, and you know what works for you, like everyone knows what works for them, and not everybody's process is the same.
No, absolutely. And if you don't know what works for you, if you can't seem to figure it out, connect with, say for instance, a mentor or a coach, someone like yourself, Mila, that does mindset work, that works with intuition and manifestation. Connect with someone so they can help you to figure out what does work for you. Because when you
coaching is so important.
Yeah. When it happens to you once, you can bet you're gonna get stuck again. So you don't need to keep it on.
You can bet. That's 100% bet.
No,
bet any money on that one.
Yes. So they need to figure out how to get through it. So when they're stuck again, they'll know how. So they need to get with someone that can help them through it.
And there's definitely different levels of stuckness too, right? Yeah. Like you can be just a little bit stuck and get over it really quick, or you can get into like a deep place, right?
Yes.
What about, let's talk a little bit about the 9 to 5 and leaving the 9 to 5. I assume that you had a 9 to 5 job that you left.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Worked in corporate America, and, it's a great place for people who want to be there. But, yes. And so, breaking the 9 to 5, I can remember sitting in corporate thinking about my kids or what I needed to rush home and get done. But rushing home was just so far away, because not only were you working an 8-hour day, but some days you had to work overtime and then you had to sit in traffic. And so,
that is the one thing, like in whatever year I stopped my design business. So in 2008, I started a design business.
Mm-hmm.
And I was running around all over town, fighting traffic everywhere and everything else, right? And before that, I had jobs, but I was running around fighting traffic everywhere. When I started working from home in 2012, I was like,
where have you been all
thank
my life?
you, like I can work from anywhere.
Yes.
Anywhere. I've done coaching calls in the woods.
Yeah.
Like I drove around to find a cell phone like reception so I could have reception. And I was like, okay, this is great. Let's stop driving around. I got to do this coach. Like now I don't have, it's like going against this conventional theory that we need to go to school, get into debt for being in school.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get married. You need to buy a house, go in debt.
Right.
Then you got to go and do it all over again and send your kids to college, go in debt again.
Yeah.
And then, you know, get your credit cards out and do this and then spend an hour and a half in traffic here and there and everywhere. Like here in Vancouver, BC, we've got really bad traffic, like really bad. Like it's probably set up like the worst in the world, I dare say, but it's not, wow. I don't know. But they actually say that it's like really, really bad. Like we're really not, like we're probably one of the top 25 worst done like traffic in the world, I think.
Oh, wow.
Plus we've got the highest gas and we've got the highest transit costs. So anywhere you want to go is expensive. Vancouver is expensive. That's just the way it is. You just got to make more money here.
Right.
Right. And the thing is that, you know, when you start getting out of, you know, oh, you got to get the 9 to 5. Oh, you got to do this. Oh, you got to do that. How do you shift from that 9 to 5 like thing? Because that's been ingrained in us since we were born. Like that's what your parents do. Go get a good job, get a union job, get a job that takes care of you, get a job that contributes to your 401k or your RSPs or whatever it is, right? Wherever you are in the world. How do you shift that?
Well, and one of the things when clients work with me, the first thing we talk about is that shift. We talk about it's a total mindset shift. And so we have to talk through that, and we do some exercises to help them see the difference from being an employee to an entrepreneur. And then also there is a financial shift, because you have to understand that you're not going to get a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. So you have to learn how to budget. And there's a whole budgeting section that goes in with there. Yeah. It really is.
And budget, I got to say this. Okay. So I'm a money manifestation and whatever. And like budget isn't a dirty word. And once you start doing wealth creation on a consistent basis, it doesn't mean that you can just spend money anywhere.
No.
Like, you know, a lot of people go, oh, when I've got all this, it's like, no, the more money you have, the more aware of where you want it. The more aware you want to be of where it goes. Right.
Yes.
And,
yeah, one of the first things we do in budgeting is we break that into different areas of budgeting, because we're going to start paying down your debt while you're still working, moving into the entrepreneur role. Yeah. So that when you are done with your 9 to 5 and you decide to move completely into entrepreneurship, you have no debt.
Well, and here's the thing, right? One thing that I think people focus on debt a lot, and there is a lot of debt. And I'm not going to go too deep into this, but it is important to take care of it. And it's also important to what happens when you're on a 9 to 5 and you get paid pretty decent money or whatever. I notice that people want to just buy shit that they don't actually need all the time. It's always about like, do you actually need that? Like, do you need it? No, but I want it. And it's back to that conventional thinking. Like, I need this. I need that. I need that. I have to do this. And why do you have to do it? Because the people across the street are doing it? No, you don't have to do it. No, not because your parents told you or your friend told you or whatever, right? Like, think for yourself on what you actually want. What do you want? Or are you just following in line with something else that other people are saying? Like, it bugs me. Like, because like, what do you want? Not what the commercial says or whatever, right?
And a part of that is the employee mindset where you feel as though you have to spend everything you make
on clothes, to buy stuff. You know, you just got to buy stuff. It's like, it's like, it's a compulsion almost.
And
I
there's
gotta
a
have the
different
best
mindset for an
TV. I gotta
entrepreneur.
have this, right? And
Right.
whatever. And an
Mm-hmm.
entrepreneur is resourceful. They
Yes.
will make something out of nothing. When nothing is possible, they will make something out of that nothing.
Yes. Absolutely. So it's a
Because
huge
you are
shift.
only limited to your resources that are in here. If you don't
Yes,
have it, you can get it from somewhere else.
that's right. It's a huge shift. And it
There
takes
is.
time.
It
Yeah.
is huge. And it takes practice and consistency
Yes.
and all that stuff. What about I know that a lot of people that are watching will probably say, like, I don't have time for self-care. I'm already doing the 9 to 5 and commuting, and I got kids and blah, blah, blah. And I don't have time to walk a mile and lather myself in some sort of creams and whatever, right? What do you say to those people?
I say to those people is that I want to call you on that. I
Yes.
really want to call you on that, because you make time for the things that you really want to make time for. And
That is the truth.
if you would just start slow and you would block out a little bit of time, let's say 30 minutes for a short 30-minute walk, you will be surprised how that turns into a 35-minute walk, and then a 45-minute walk, and then you're walking for an hour, and then you're walking for 2 hours. But you got to start somewhere. So you got to start small. So the tip is to love yourself enough to say, I'm starting small today. I'm blocking out 30 minutes of me time today, and decide what you're going to do with that time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it can be anything.
Yes.
Doesn't
Absolutely.
matter. Doesn't matter what it is. Meditation, journaling, walking.
Yep.
Body care, self-care, bath time, whatever. But everyone needs some minutes of sanity. That's for sure. And that's what it is, right?
Right. Because even parents will say, well, we've got kids. Well, your kids have to sleep at some point. They're not up 24 hours a day. When they go to bed, block out 30 minutes of me time.
You're killing me.
Yes, they have to sleep at some point.
They do. They really, really do. They have to go to bed, and they're always in bed earlier than you, usually, right? Yes.
Absolutely. They should be anyway.
They should be, yeah. Unless you're like, and if you're that dead tired, like, then go to bed at that time. That is your self-care.
That's right. Getting proper rest. Yes.
Oh my goodness. I love my sleep. I sleep a lot. It's so important for me. This week I've been down sleeping because I have my Fitbit that checks everything, but my sleeping has been down this week. I don't know why, but I almost sleep like almost 9 or 10 hours a night.
Oh, woo-hoo! That's great.
But
that's awesome.
I'm single and I have no kids, so that's it. But this week has been only 7 hours, and I'm like but I run really long distances and I do this stuff, and every thing that I've checked into and every coach I've asked has said that the distances that I'm doing and stuff like that, I need 9 or 10 hours of sleep a night.
Yes, and so. And you're absolutely right. I mean, I exercise. I'm not exercising right now, but I took a break, but I exercise a lot. I've taken a break for the last month. And so when I did, I tried to sleep that many hours too, because, I exercise 5 days a week. So I exerted, a lot of energy. And so I really needed to replenish that. And that's what good rest does. It's a
it does. It repairs our bodies the best that you can do. So, okay. So that is about it. Those are all the questions that I had. We've gone through so much good stuff and fun stuff. Therefore, I want to thank you so much for joining us. For people that are interested in finding out more about you, where can we find you?
You can definitely find me for my coaching at kimwigginscoaching.com. And if you're interested in the subscription box, we're still in the pre-launch phase, planning on launching in the May-June timeframe.
Nice.
And You can find me at prelaunch.thebutterflyjourney.club.
Oh, that's so lovely. I'll be sure to have that on the blog post. I want to thank you again. It was so much fun. We had a lot of laughs. I hope we got some people with a fire lit under their butt to do things.
Yes, Mila. Thank you for having me. You're wonderful.
Yeah. And don't forget, if you're watching, join us in the Doing Business with Love community. We have a lot of fun in there too. And I will see you guys soon. Thanks again. And I'll see you again. Bye.